EAGLES. Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody, to the JAKIB Halftime Show. It's halftime of week number 8 here in the National Football League. The Philadelphia Eagles are up big, 21-10. I guess not too big, but 21-10. Certainly feels like they are well in control of this football game. The first half, I will say personally, was bogged down a little bit by that gruesome injury to Cam Scataboo. Obviously, the stadium applauded him as he was carted off the field. That was a nasty-looking injury. For those who did not see it, you might not want to watch it because it's ugly. But anyway, a great first half for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts follows up his 158.3 rating last week, a perfect passer rating, with 9 of 12 for 82 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 132.6 rating for Jalen Hurts in the first half so far. So a good first half for the quarterback. Let's go to Johnny Mack, who joins me right here on the JAKIB Halftime Show. Johnny Mack, you got me, brother?
Yeah, you got me?
Yep, I got you, man. John, your first takeaways from that first half. Eagles up 21-10 at halftime.
Yeah, I would think, number one, the running game, they got it going, and they got it going right away. Saquon Barkley, we talked about before the game, 65-yard house call. What was it, 17 seconds in the game, something like that. But, his longest run coming into the game this season had been 18 yards. So you go 65. He's over 100 in the first half. His season high was 88 in week 2. So he's already over that. Add in Jalen Hurts, 22 yards. Tank Bigsby, 18 yards. They got 147 yards rushing in the first half, and they're on track to outgain an opponent for the first time this season because they got that running game going. A lot of under center, a lot of extra offensive lineman packages with Fred Johnson, 13 personnel, him playing as one of those extra tight ends. So really effective, and mainly outside runs too. A little bit in the middle, I would say, of the half. They tried to go inside, wasn't working as well. Then they went right back to the outside on that last drive and basically went right down the field. Also, got to be honest, we got to talk about it. They got a bit of a break. That was a fumble. It's pretty clear to everybody in the building, pretty clear to everybody but the officials. That was a fumble on the tush push, and they blew it dead. And, yeah, they can't officiate that damn play, so that's going to be back being the talking point. And Brian Daboll, obviously very upset, understandably so, but as a head coach, he's got to understand better. You don't just double down and use challenges that you know you're going to lose. So bad job by him.
I think he did that for other reasons, John, just to bring the focus on it, you know.
Perhaps. But, I mean, he's a guy that is obviously coaching for his job, and, it just looks bad. And then obviously devastating Cam Scataboo injury. Heard you talking about it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that people watch that. He knew right away, tapping his helmet. Yeah. Really, really ugly situation. Good for the Eagles fans, though, gave him cheers as they should have as he was being carted off. Great rookie season, unfortunately ends way too early for Cam Scataboo.
Yeah, John. Well, talk to me about that switch because, it feels like the Eagles have been in control this whole game, but it did feel like the Giants were hanging around a little bit. They obviously had that Scataboo touchdown pass early, and they were driving again. Jaxson Dart was kind of on the money on a lot of his throws. John, when that injury happened, it almost just felt like, even from an Eagles perspective, or at least an Eagle fan perspective, the entire energy of the game got wiped out. I think it obviously impacted the Giants a lot. What did you notice difference there before that and then after that injury?
Well, I thought obviously they're going to be devastated when they lose a player like that and what he's meant to them. But I thought the key play from the standpoint of, they were down 14-7. They were driving, and they had a third down play where Zach Bone was matched up with, I believe it was Theo Johnson. But I have to double check. But they had a chance to complete that. That's where receivers got to help his quarterback. That
was a perfect pass, John.
Press box Yeah, it looked like a catchable
It was
ball,
on
and
the
if he
money.
catches
And
that, who knows? Maybe.
Tom Brady on the call said that was a perfect throw. I'll listen to Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta help your quarterback, especially when you're obviously the underdog, and you gotta pull out and make some plays to get out of here with a win. So to me, if it's 14-14 instead of 14-10, that shifts it. And then the Eagles went right down the field, going back to that outside zone running game. Saquon gets them all down the field. Dallas Goedert finishes it off with a 6-yard touchdown. By the way, already a career high for Dallas Goedert. 6 touchdown passes this season.
Yeah, yep, nice touchdown pass there at the end of the half for him. John, run game got going. You talked about it at the beginning. A lot of different looks, man. I'm seeing screen passes. I'm seeing outside runs. I'm seeing under center Jalen Hurts. A lot of new looks for this offense that seem to be working, John. It's good to see here in week 8.
Yeah, they've really found something running the football from 13 personnel under center, with Fred Johnson as one of the extra tight ends.
Yeah.
So they're using the big body. And as I said, it's mainly today, at least, it was mainly outside zone. They're not really having that much success inside, but outside, they're really, really gashing the Giants, and they don't seem to have an answer for it. And that last drive was, a lot of Barkley down the field, and also give credit to Will Shipley, who's gotten 2 really, really good kick returns that have given the Eagles short fields. Starting the one they started at the 48, the second one they started at the 42. So when you have that field position, it helps as well.
No doubt. Johnny Mac, good stuff, brother. We'll talk to you in the post-game show. Good takeaways. What do you think they do here in the second half, man? Just kind of they're in good position here to run and rely on that run game some more here in the second half, it feels like to me.
Yeah, certainly the Giants are not equipped to come back from 2-score games. So, going to be a lot of Jaxson Dart, I think, trying to make plays on third down. And that's, he's limited from the receiver standpoint. And obviously you lose Cam Scataboo. So even one less playmaker than they had to begin with. So it's going to be difficult for the Giants. The one thing I'm surprised, I continue to be surprised, I don't think they've thrown at Keely Ringo once. I don't get it. I don't get these teams. When they took a penalty and it was 3rd and 21, they took 2 consecutive penalties. They threw a deep shot against Quinyon Mitchell. I'm like, what? I don't understand these teams.
Yeah.
And Keely Ringo has not played well this season, but he's playing fine today because they're not testing him. Very similar to Tampa. Remember that game? They just didn't throw at him. Bizarre to me.
Yeah, it is. John, good stuff, man. We'll talk to you in the post-game show, all right, brother?
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks, John. There's Johnny Mac, John McMullen joining us right here on the JAKIB Halftime Show. Birds at the lead, 21-10. For those who have not caught the game, 10 carries for Saquon Barkley, 107 yards. He has cracked the 100-yard threshold. As your boy Big Z predicted on the pregame show and this week, 1 touchdown. He had a 65-yard touchdown on his first run of the day. A lot of runs on the outside, which I think, once again, the Eagles fans are right about something. Holy moly, the fans have been calling for runs to the outside all year. They do it, and they're moving the ball. 10 carries, 107 yards. How about the screen passes as well? Saquon's got 4 catches in this game. 4 catches for 24 yards and a touchdown pass. So Saquon getting involved all over the place. Jalen Hurts, guys, this is my favorite form of Jalen. When Jalen lets the game come, and he does this most of the time, but obviously certain games look better than others. When he lets the game come to him, he makes such sound, smart decisions with the football. He's 9-12 in this game, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's taken 2 sacks for 7 yards in the game. But overall, he lets the game come to him. He works the ball. He's under center more. The play action's working a little bit, protects the football well. He's even got 4 carries for 22 yards as well. So he follows up the 158.3 rating last week, which is a perfect passer rating, with a 132.6 rating in the opener here. All right, so in the opening half here. So I love to see that from Jalen. In my opinion, that's when Jalen at his best. Now, something to watch for in the second half, everybody. All right, we've had a lot of games this year where the two halves look completely different. I want you to focus on this in the second half. The Eagles are 0 for 4 on third down right now. Okay, they're 0 for 4 on third down. The Giants are 2 for 5. So the third down efficiency is not there once again. If they don't have a couple of those big plays, that's the type of stat that can work against you. So you got to start converting on third down. Keep your eye on that. But I do love what I'm seeing in the run game right now. I love the way they're working, using Saquon Barkley out of the backfield in different ways. And Jalen Hurts having a great first half as well. So keep your eye on that third down number. But overall, Eagles having a great day here. 222 total yards to the Giants, 118. And prayers up for Cam Scataboo, man. I love the game of football. I love it. I love it. I love it. I watch it all weekend. I watched all day college football yesterday. I'm going to watch football all day, I imagine, today. I absolutely hate, guys. I hate seeing injuries, nasty injuries, head injuries, foot injuries, nasty things like that. So prayers up for Scataboo, man. I hope he heals up well and has a good recovery and a speedy recovery for him. But he runs hard. He plays hard. He's a good player. He's a good player. I think he's a great player. He's a good player, though. So hopefully he heals up well. And big shout out to all the Eagles fans at the – I feel this need to say this on the air for record. Shout out to all the Eagles fans at the Linc for giving him a round of applause on his way out, because it almost feels like a matter of time until they will try and flip that narrative and say, the Eagles fans, they love turning shit negative on the Eagles fans. So let's put it out there publicly. Well done by all Eagles fans to clap up Scataboo as he was carted off the field. I know, believe me, I'm an Eagle fan. I know how Eagles fans are. They're always good fans. They're honest fans. They're honest people. But the media love to spin their narratives. So good stuff by the Eagles fans for doing that. Birds at the lead, 21-10, everybody. And good stuff from Jalen Hurts. Great stuff from Saquon Barkley. Defense has to tighten up a little bit, but overall they're playing solid. Jaxson Dart, man, I like him. He's a good player. That throw on third down that he had to Theo Johnson, that was a perfectly placed football that Theo Johnson just didn't bring in. But anyway, good stuff there. So good first half for them, and they're coming back right now. Enjoy the second half, everybody. Dez says, finally a stretch run play for our first down. Dez, you saw a couple stretch runs there in that first half. Dez, the fans were right, my friend. Sometimes it feels like the fans know more than the first-year offensive coordinator, but I digress. Love all you guys. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys on the postgame show.
EAGLES, Eagles.